So last week, guys, we started with the equations, and I introduced it using the scale. Remember that? Yes, Mr. Q. And we said that that's where we get the equal signs and the inequality symbols. So today we're going to continue with one variable equations. Okay. Therefore, our objective: I can solve and graph one variable equations. Read it together. 1, 2, 3. I can solve and graph one variable equation. So we're still on the same concept. That's why we don't need a fair model. One variable equations, we said that they were statements where two expressions were equal to one another with only one unknown variable. Gave you guys examples, non-examples. And on those, we said that the most important thing to remember was that they have equal signs, one unknown variable, and in regards to this one, that we weren't looking at quadratics yet. So therefore, the exponent on the variable cannot be greater than 1. Okay? Steps. We said 4 basic steps were which ones? Simplify, isolate, plot, check. Simplify, isolate, plot, check. Simplify, isolate, plot, check. Simplify, isolate, plot, check. Okay, so we got that, right? So now check this out. So last week we started with one-step equations, which is this one. You don't have to copy this, just pay attention. And look at, today we're starting with a two-step. Look up to the screen. One step, two step. One step, two step. That's why I'm going over this step by step. Two step. One step, two step. So tell your neighbor what you notice between the one step and the two step. So, here it goes. I'm going to zoom in. Check this out. Focus, please. Here it goes. Pay attention. So, I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on this one because, once again, some of you had difficulty with these and after this last year. And let me explain why. Maybe because they didn't show you the main process. What was the main process out of this whole thing? We already know that we need to keep the equation balanced. However, one thing that you should see here is that there's two operations now. There's multiplication. You guys see that? And now there's addition. Are we there so far? Now here goes the process in how we need to simplify equations or solve equations. Does this look familiar? Now check this out. However, look up please. For these, whenever we solve these, we always start here, but then we start from the back forward. Yeah, so watch. So check this out. Everybody look up. This is where some of you got mixed up last year. Last year, you always wanted to do this piece first, but maybe because they didn't show you this. Let me show you today. Do we have any parentheses or exponents here? No. Therefore, I'm going to start wherever there's addition or subtraction. Everybody see that? Therefore, do we have any addition or subtraction? Yes, right here. So what is the inverse? Minus 2, minus 2. So we're left with 3x equals 23, Michael Jordan. However, look, what is the last thing that I need to check for? Multiplication and division. Do I have that? Yes, right here. So how do we cancel this 3 that's multiplying? Divide. So we're going to do the inverse of that. What is 3 divided by 3? That's 1. 1 times x is x. 23 divided by 3, that's 7 and 2/3. Copy that, please. Copy that. Now, let me put this in other terms. Check this out. Now, imagine I'm going to wrap a present. So everybody look up, please. To wrap a present, I need a bow or something like this that goes at the end of the present, right? Something like that goes on top. Okay, there it is. I'm going to need a box, and I'm going to need some wrapping paper. right? So now check this out. So if I'm going to hand out a gift, that means I'm going to get the box, and I'm going to put the gift in there. So my gift, let's say I give them a Q. There it is. And then from there, I'm gonna wrap it with paper, right? So there it is. I wrap it. Thank you. There it is. I put the Scotch tape down there. There it is. Okay. So it's already wrapped. And at the end, I put my bow. Is that correct? So check this out. So in order to unwrap this gift, yes, but I first take off the what? The bow. So therefore I do this first. I do this first, right? Focus. From there I take off the wrap paper, and then I end up with the box. Is that correct? Yeah. That's the way of looking at equations. Equations have a variable inside, and then they do all these things to it, and it looks like this. To unwrap all the stuff and leave the variable by itself, it's like a gift box. Did you guys see it? So, copy this one down, please. 12 equals 4y minus 8. Do that one by yourself. Go. Okay, here it goes. So, I draw my line down the equal sign. Focus, please. Therefore, where's the variable? Over here. How many operations do you see? 2. There's multiplication and there's subtraction. Do you guys see that? So, according to our order of operations, we said we're starting where? With addition and subtraction. So what is the inverse of minus 8? Plus 8 plus 8. We got 20 equals 4y. What is the last operation? Multiplication. So what is the inverse? Divide by 4, divide by 4. This is a 1. 1 times y is y. 5 equals y. Hands if you got that. Okay, let's do another one. Copy these, please. We got negative 5x plus 12 equals 37. And this one, 28 equals, instead of y, I want you to write negative y minus 15. Negative y minus 15. Go. For this one, let me rewrite it. 28 equals negative y minus 15. Was it minus 15? Yeah, right? Okay, go. Okay, here we go. This one. Line down the equal sign. Okay. Let's see, what side is the variable at? Over here. What operations do we have here? We have multiplication and addition. I'm going to start with addition. What is the inverse? Negative 12, negative 12. We got negative 5x equals 25. So far so good? Then we have multiplication. So what is the inverse? Divide by negative 5, divide by negative 5. This is a giant 1. X equals negative 5. And have you got that? Okay. All right. So now check this out. Here's a curveball. The only curveball on this one is that whenever you see a variable with a negative in front of it, always write the coefficient. What is the coefficient here? 1. So make sure you write that so that you know that there's what operation is going on here? Multiplication. And what is going on here? Subtraction. So where am I going to start? With a subtraction. So what is the inverse? Add 15. Add 15. We got 43 equals negative 1y. So what is the negative 1 doing? It's multiplying. So what is the inverse? Divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. Negative 43 equals y. Oh. So far so good? Okay, let's continue. So now that we got these, let me give you a couple more. Copy these. Example 3. Here he goes. Solve. We got negative 8 minus a equals 14. Negative 3 equals m over 4 minus 6. See how you do with these. Once again, remember what I just said on the previous one and see if you can do those by yourself. Go. Okay, here we go. Look up, please. I'm going to go over this one just to make sure you remember what I just said on the previous one. On the previous one, look up, please. I said whenever you see a variable with a negative in front of it, add the coefficient so that you know there's multiplication. Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. Do we see a variable with a negative in front of it? Yes, let me zoom in so you guys can see it. Yes, there's a negative here, and I'm going to put a 1, so now this becomes what? Multiplication. Do I start at multiplication? No, I start here. Therefore, if I didn't start at multiplication and I start here, what is this? Addition. So what is the inverse? Minus 8 minus 8. This becomes negative 1a equals 6. The negative 1 is multiplying, so therefore we need to divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. This is a 1. 1 times a is a. This is negative 6. Hands, have you got that? Okay. Let's go to the next one. Look at this one. And by the way, before I move on from this one, I want you to put a little asterisk next to it, a heart. Aww. And then just put don't forget. And then just draw the arrow to here so that you see what you're not supposed to forget, please. Everybody with me? Okay. Let's move on. So here we go. This one. Line down the equal sign. Okay. So we have two operations here, don't we? On the side of the variable, we have division and we have subtraction. So where do I start? Subtraction. So what is the inverse? Add 6. Add 6. These cancel because it's a zero pair. So what is 6 minus 3? 3 equals m divided by 4. So if it's division, what is the inverse of division? Multiplication. So we need to multiply times 4. Multiply times 4. 4 over 4 is a lazy 1. 1 times m is m. So this is 12. Hands, have you got that?
I got it.
Okay, good. Are we there so far? All right, let's move on. So see if you can do these next two by yourself a little bit faster. We got 12 minus a equals 27, and negative 7 equals m over 9 minus 12. Go. You got these. Yeah. 12 minus a equals 27, and negative 7 equals m over 9 minus 12. Go. You got 1 minute. Here he goes. This one. What operations do we have here? We have multiplication right here, and this one is a plus, so it's addition. Is that correct? So I'm going to start here. Subtract 12, subtract 12. We got negative 1a equals 15. So far so good? Then at the end we divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, a equals negative 15. Hands, have you got that? Okay. This one. We have division and subtraction, so I'm going to add 12, subtract, that is 5 equals m divided by 9. At the end, to cancel this division, we multiply times 9. Therefore, this giant 1, 45 equals a. Hands, if you got that? Okay, so we're done with the... Yes?
Isn't it 45 equals
M. That's what I said. I was testing you guys. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's go into some funner stuff. Here we go. Copy this one. Boom. Funner. Yes. Yes, my word. Here we go. So it says, example 4. Copy this, please. Solve the equation 2/3 r plus 3/4 equals 7 over 12. Okay, just copy it. I'm going to guide you through this one, and we'll do another one. Here it goes. Now, I know you guys love fractions. However, for this time, I'm going to show you guys a shortcut. Here we go. Look up, please. The shortcut is to get rid of fractions. So what I'm going to do to get started, my very first step is that I'm going to multiply the entire equation, multiply the EQ, by the LCD. So you're just paying attention, you're not writing anything. Pay attention. So, what does LCD mean? Least common denominator. So I have denominators of 3, 4, and 12. So look at them. What do you think will be a common denominator for those three? Know what I mean? 12. So now check this out. I'm going to multiply the entire equation times 12. You're just paying attention, please. Writing your utensils down. Kylie. Here it goes. So, look up, please. Watch.
Okay.
Hold on. Now, notice that I just multiplied the numerator. Why? Let me show you why. Whenever we multiply a fraction times a whole number, we can put this over 1. What is 12 times 2? 24. What is 1 times 3? 3. What is 12 times 3? 36. What is 1 times 4? 4. What is 12 times 7? 84. What is 1 times 12? 12. Question.
I thought whatever you did to one part and do to the other part, so what do we multiply 12 times? I know.
We multiply the entire equation times 12. Right now, I'm still not solving anything. Right now, what I'm trying to do is work without fractions. Okay, so my first step was multiply times the least common denominator. You're just paying attention. Okay, therefore, look up. Why did I do that? Because of this step. Watch. Simplify. What is 24 divided by 3? 8R. Plus, what is 36 divided by 4? 9. And what is 84 divided by 12? 7. Copy that, please. Copy that, please. Okay, so from here, check this out. We multiply times the least common denominator, only the numerators. The denominators stay the same. From there, we simplify each fraction. We end up here. And from here, we know what to do. Here we go. There's multiplication here, and there's addition here. So I'm going to start with addition. What is the inverse? Minus 9, minus 9. We bring down the 8 times r equals negative 2. To cancel this multiplication, we divide by 8, divide by 8. Therefore, r equals negative 2/8, and can we simplify that? Yes, r equals negative 1/4. Yeah, if you wrote a decimal, that's fine at the end.
Wait, how'd you get, oh, okay, because you divide over, okay,
Yeah.
8, no. Wait, why do you have, how'd you get negative 2 over 8?
Oh, here we have 7 minus 9, that's negative 2. At the end, we need to divide both sides by 8. That's how,
You left it like that?
yeah, you left it like that, negative 2 divided by 8. It becomes a fraction. So this cancels, or it doesn't cancel, it's a 1. 1 times r is r. Negative 2 over 8 is negative 2 over 8 here, or negative 1/4. Some of you see it as division. Do a division, get a decimal. That's fine. Let's do another one. See if you can do this one by yourself. Here we go. Copy this one. Example 4B. Copy that. We got 2/5 r plus 3/10 equals 1/20. Go. See what you get. Okay, here we go. So, what is our common denominator? What was it? 20. We distribute. That becomes 40 over 5r plus 60 over 10 equals 20 over 20. Can we simplify this? Yes. 8r plus 6 equals 1. And from there we solve. Minus 6 minus 6, 8r equals negative 5, divide by 8, divide by 8, r equals negative 5 over 8. Hands if you got that? Okay, now check this out. I needed one more to be shown. Here he goes. Last one. Look up, please. It says, solve. 30 less than 4 times a number is equal to 14. Thank you. Whenever we get to these word problems, look up, please. We always start wherever there's a variable. The variable will also be known as a number. So what's happening to this number? It's 4 times a number. That means we're going to write 4x. Are we there so far? Then we write whatever this says. It always goes after the number. So how can I write this? Minus 30 means equal, and this is 14, and you know how to solve that. Turning your homework on your way out. Homework for tonight is that worksheet 2.2 on your way out. Grab one, please. Worksheet 2.2, and and the problem number, the top number, the third error, I want you to do it in window notes in the back of that worksheet. Yeah. The third error, solve with window notes. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy your homework. See you guys tamales.